keep myself together, I went symbolic. I would come up with metaphors, and as long as I had a metaphor, I could just sort of see myself as an actor in a story, and I was watching this all. About being upset that, you know, my life wasn't going to work out like a fairy tale. Fairy tale did not come true. And I stopped right in mid-thought on that idea and thought, well, but in fairy tales, it's only the end that's happy. And really, most of the fairy tale in the middle is about the hero slaying a dragon, or, you know, dealing with the wicked witch, or some sort of hardship in the forest. I went, oh, it is a fairy tale, and this is a part where I'm supposed to be the hero. I feel like a hero. And that actually was a really powerful coping thing for me, was to say, I'm the hero right now. I have to do battle. I have to go on a quest. I have to go quest for information and for doctors and for help and for Social Security disability. And I didn't even know all the things that I was going to have to quest for, but I was going to have to slay dragons and be strong and, you know, protect people, protect my husband, protect my daughter. And the other thing that I thought of was that all heroes have to go into the underworld, and that this was my descent into the underworld. And so as I was down there, and, you know, it was dark and confusing, and things were just changing so fast, and he had become such a different person, and it was so upsetting. And if I have one gift to bring up from the underworld, it is that the system is broken, but people aren't. The system is broken in almost everything I've tried to do with it. The insurance system is broken, the social services system is broken, the medical system is broken. It's all broken. It's all so complicated and convoluted, and it's almost like just obstacles and mazes and dead ends. I'm being so metaphoric now. Oh, the nitty-gritty of it is a nightmare. But I have definitely told everybody I know, if you're staying in a bad job just for the benefits, don't, because they won't be there when you need them. None of ours were there when we needed them. You know, the life insurance, the disability insurance, the medical insurance. I had waist-length hair, and I'd had it for 30 years, and I cut it when I put Keith in the nursing home, because I chopped down the dead tree in my front yard. I did everything I could do to sort of cut through the obstacles. So it was symbolic, but yeah. I had this idea of I just have to cut through everything that's in the way, everything that's dead and not useful anymore. And if I did it to my hair in the tree, that maybe I could get through all the bureaucracy of the system that isn't working very well. And he wasn't. It's my best metaphor, and I've thought about this a lot, is it's like the brain is like a radio, receiver, transmitter, and that his personality or his ability to be himself is the signal, and that it could come through clearly. And then it's like as the brain cells started dying, there started being more static, and eventually just dead periods and silence, so that he'd have awareness and then he wouldn't. And the signal would come through clearly and then it wouldn't. And he'd be himself and then he wouldn't. And in fact, it almost at times he'd be somebody else. I mean, people suggested to me, you know, do you think he's possessed? I mean, these seem like other entities. And so it's almost like maybe he was, you know, when you have two stations that you get at the same time on the radio and you can kind of hear both, but you can't hear either clearly. It was just such a weird, unsettling experience to be with this man I'd been married to for, at that point, over 10 years. And he just wasn't himself anymore. The signal was messed up. And people also would say, well, where did he go? And I kind of went, well, I don't know that his spirit went anywhere, although he said he lost his soul. He just couldn't broadcast anymore. And so it's kind of like a bomb hit our family and we blew up. You know, kind of the disease was, you know, it sort of detonated things. And I've learned to, you know, never say never, but I don't think, there's some things you just don't put back together again.